Hey guys, what's up? It's me, the Cuban Bear, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm showing you how to solve the 2x2. Before we get started with anything complicated, I do want to preface that to solve a 2x2 in a more advanced kind of way, you do need to learn how to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube, which is a normal Rubik's Cube. However, with this beginner-friendly tutorial, this is really meant for the beginners out there. If you want a more advanced tutorial, I will be coming out with them soon, or if they're already made, they're in the card above. But you guys can check out my playlist on each of the end-by-end puzzles and the beginner and advanced ways to solve them. So the special thing about the 2x2 is that it doesn't have any centers, so that what that means is that when we scramble it up, there actually is no place to tell us which center is which. On a 3x3, we would have a center that would indicate what color that side needs to be. But since we have an even layer puzzle like the one here, we can actually decide where we want our white side to be, where we want the yellow side, where we want the green, the blue, the red. It's all up to us. So I want to understand a little bit of basic cube notation. The first step that we want to do when solving the Rubik's Cube, 2x2 Rubik's Cube, is to create the white side. So to create the white side, what you want to go ahead and do is you want to find a side on the Rubik's Cube that has a white sticker. So right here, this is the red, green, and white piece. So what we need to do is we want to find the other green piece because there needs to be two of each color on each side. We want to find the other green piece, and here it is right here. We want to put it next to it. So this is the first step. You want to make a bar with the same color and with white at the bottom. So in this case, we made one with green, and the next one we want to do is, since there has to be two, this has to be orange. So I can see I have it right here. So what I want to do is I want to move it up to the opposite side, move it around. And if you want to insert it like this, you would simply put it down, move it out of the way, move this back up, and move this back. And that's how you would put a corner in the whole center. Let's try it again. So in this case, up here, I can see that I have the last white piece. It wants to go here. So with this facing us, we want to move it down, move this out of the way, move this piece back up, and then move it back. And that gives us a solved white side. So we're already halfway there. Let's do a little bit more. Let's do a couple more cases and examples so we can continue on to the next step. All right, so here we have another scramble. Once again, the first step that we want to do is we want to go ahead and find a piece. So like this one right here that has white. And so now we're going to try to find the other color that has to be the same. So red. So I can see that this one does not have a red. This doesn't have a red. This one does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this layer until it's right next to it. In this case, I can just move it down. Then I have that colored. I have the two whites, two colors. Now we do the other side. So we see that this side is green, but it doesn't have white at the bottom. So this does not fit here. So we need to find out where are their pieces. So here it is right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it so that it's right in front of where it wants to go. If we were having it like in this situation where the two greens are facing each other and it's facing this way, simply do the same algorithm as we did before. You move it down, move it out of the way to the right, move this piece back up, and then move this back. Similarly, if we have it like this, like we did before, we're trying to put that piece in, so we're just going to move it down. We're going to move this out of the way. We're going to move this back up. We're going to move that back. So in this case, there wasn't anything there, but just out of force of habit, so you have that habit with you, that's what you need to do every time you want to put in a corner piece. Another pro tip is that usually your pieces won't be at the bottom. They'll be here at the top of where we want it to be. So we're going to try to put this white down here. So as we did before, we're going to move it down, move it out of the way to the right, move that piece back up, and then move this back. And just like that, we made the first layer. All right, so the next thing that we want to do when solving the 2x2 is we want to put all these corner pieces up. So we want to make the whole yellow side without necessarily solving the cube. We just want to put the yellow on the top. And very simply, the way you want to do this is to hold it like this. Once you finish your white side, you're going to hold it this way with the white side on the right of your hand and the yellow side where it should be on the left. And we're going to perform this basic algorithm. This is probably one of the two algorithms you only need to learn. So it's going to be U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R. Now, here's to know when to stop. You guys can see that I've put the yellow piece right here on the side right here. So once you see this yellow piece facing up, you're going to only move this layer right here. Only the layer on the left you're going to move. Do not move this right side. Do not move where your fingers are. On this side right here, on the right side, you don't want to move it because it'll mess up the algorithm. You just move the left side for the next piece. So now this needs to go here. So we're going to do the algorithm again. U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R. So you can see I made another piece. Okay, so now that that's completed, I'm going to move only the left side. And this is my last sticker. So we're going to do the algorithm again. U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R. And just like that, we've solved the yellow side and we have the white side completed. And the cube is looking almost solved. We're about 70% of the way there now. All right, so similar to what we did before, we're going to try it again as another example. We just completed the white side, and now we're going to try to put all the yellow pieces on top. In this case, we don't have any yellow pieces to begin with, so we're going to have to do it on every single layer. So as we said before, we're going to hold it with the white side on our right, yellow side on our, well, what should be the yellow side on our left. We're going to perform the algorithm. U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R. And so that completed the center. So now we're going to move only the left side. Now we're going to do this one. U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R. That solved it. Now we can move it again. U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R. And now we have one more to go. Let's move it. U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R. And just like that, we solved the yellow side and we're almost there with solving the 2x2. So now that we have the 2x2 Rubik's Cube almost solved, we're going to try to look for what we call a bar. So at the top of the cube, we can see we have two colors that are the same. This is known as a bar. We're going to try to line it up with the center that it's with. So in this case, because the bottom two are orange, I want the two top oranges to be on the same side. So we can see we have that solved. And on the back, these two are not solved. So very simply, what you want to do is look for a bar like that, line it up, and then we're going to do this algorithm if you have this case. So this is the algorithm. So it's going to be an R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2. And that solves the cube. Sometimes you'll come across a case like this where what if there is no bar? Like in this situation here, I have no colors that are the same at the top. Very simple fix. All you're going to do is do the algorithm 2 times. So pick any side you want and do the algorithm again. So you're going to do R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2. And what you can see is that doing the algorithm on any side is actually going to create a bar. Then you're going to line it up with the color that it needs to go with. Go on the opposite side and do the algorithm one more time. R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2. Then simply just move the top layer until you solve all the colors. And just like that, the Rubik's Cube is solved. Let's take a look at another example here, just so we can kind of get that out of the way. Once we have this right here, we're going to make sure that we're on the opposite side of it. Do the algorithm. So R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2, and then we solved it. Before we go, we're actually going to try to do we're going to do 3 example solves. So we're going to try solving it 3 separate times. You guys will see I will scramble 3 of these 3x3s. I'm sorry, no. I'm going to scramble 3 of these 2x2s, and we're going to do 3 example solves so you can know what it looks like when you're solving it all by yourself. So let's get started with this cube. I'm going to do a random scramble. So now we're going to get started. So I'm going to first start off with solving the white side. I will pick this one. And so we can see here the reds line up. So if the reds are diagonal, that means that if I put this here, it's going to be the right place it goes. So we're going to do this, move it out of the way, move it back up, move it back down. Just like that. That worked out for us. We have that. Now we're going to try it again. This is orange and it does not fit with green. That's blue. It doesn't fit with green. This piece does not belong there. This one does. Okay. So if you ever have a case like this where the sticker is facing upward, all you're going to do is simply an R, U2, R prime. And that makes it go to the right, which means I can put it in now, have it diagonal, which means I'm going to make sure it faces me, move it down, move it to the right, move this back up, then move that back. Then we have that. So then we're looking up on the top. We're trying to find the piece that goes, okay, orange and orange match up. The blue matches up, it'll go there. Make sure it's facing us, move it down, move it out of the way, move it back up, move this back. And then we have that. Now that we're done with the white side, we're going to go ahead and look at the sight bars. We can see we need to put all the yellow stickers on top. So we're going to hold it with white on the right, yellow on the left. We're going to do U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R. That fixed it. U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U, R. Just like that, we did it. We could see we have a bar. We're going to line it up with the red, go opposite. Then we're going to do the last algorithm we need. R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2. And the cube is solved. I'm going to do another solve now, but this time I'm not going to say what I'm doing. I'm just going to do it so you can try to figure out what I'm doing so you can kind of get the steps in. But I'll go very slow. So that is our tutorial on how to solve the 2x2 Rubik's Cube beginner method. This is very basic, not an advanced method at all. If you're looking for something a little bit more intermediate or advanced, I will have videos of that coming out soon, but this is the most basic method to solve it. And it doesn't require any knowledge of the 3x3. So really, if you just learn those two algorithms I showed you, the rest should be pretty easy. If you have any questions you'd like me to answer, be sure to leave them down below. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. And if you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial, be sure to go ahead and give it a like. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications. Let me know if this helped you out, and I'll see you all in the next video. It's the Cube and Brown. Peace out, guys.